Welcome back, Village, with another episode of Jedi Learning with Kenwoud. And today, we will continue with our Pre-Algebra for Parents series, where we will talk about adding and subtracting fractions today. So, Aisha approached me. She said, Kenwoud, I have a couple of fractions, but I'm not sure if I can add them. Can you help me with them? And I said, of course, Aisha. What you got there? She said, okay. So if I have 3/4 of something, and then I have 1/4 of something, and I want to subtract them, what do I do next? And I said, okay, the first thing you do is make sure that you have a common denominator, which you do, which is 4. So that saves you a lot of work. Just go ahead and put your 4 down, okay? And then you look at the top and you say, the numerator, they can just be subtracted. 3 minus 1 is 2, but we're not done yet because this can be broken down even further. So you always want to reduce to the simplest fraction. So in this case, 2 goes into both of these. I've got a 2 here, 2, and let's just say division, okay? So what happens? 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. 4 by 2 is what? 2. So a half. 3/4 minus 1/4 is 1/2, okay? So you have 3/4 pieces of something, and you have a 1/4 piece, and you take that 1/4 piece away, all you're gonna have left is a half. So, that's that one. So then let's try another one real quick. So then Aisha came back and she said, okay, Kenwoud, that was easy. What about this one? This is when the heat gets turned up. So then she put on me something that looks a little bit like this. If I have 7/45 and I want to add 8/45 to them, how do I go about doing that? So I said, okay, that should be pretty easy. So once again, you already have a common denominator, and at this point, all you have to do is lay it down, okay? Now you can do what the rest of the sign tells you to do, which is to add. So 7 plus 8 is what? 15. So let's go ahead and put a nice little 15 here. Oh, but wait, I see something again. This fraction can be reduced. So let's reduce it. 5 obviously can go into both of these. So let's start there, okay? 15 divided by 5 is a 3. And 45 divided by 5 is a good old 9. Oh, wait a minute, we're not done. Because 3 can go into both of these. So got a 3 here, 3 there. Let's just say that division, right? 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 1/3 there. If you have 7/45 and you add 8/45 to it, you're actually gonna have a third, okay? So now, we have done a few fractions with the same denominator. What happens if you do a fraction that has a different denominator? Well, we're here to break that down for you today. So Aisha comes back and she says, Kenwoud, what if I had 4/5, right? And then what I want to do is subtract 3/4. Bet you don't know how to do this one. So I said, well, let's see. Maybe I don't know how to do this one, but I bet you will find out. So we don't have the same denominator. So we have to get the least common multiple. What multiples do we have in common? The least common multiple. So 20, 4 times 5 is 20. If all else fails, you can always multiply them together to find a multiple. So 4 times 5, right? Put a little 5 there. And 5 times 4 will make 20, okay? Now we go this way. 5 times 3 is 15, and put it here. 4 times 4 is 16, and we put it here. Now all we have to do is do what the sign says, as usual. So, that's subtract, right? 16 minus 15 is 1, and that is all over 20, because we have that same denominator. And there you go. 4/5 minus 3/4, you'll be left with 1/20. 20th, okay? But we don't stop there. We want to show you one more example, just in case that one was not sufficient. Let's do one more example, okay? So Aisha comes back one last time and said, look, Bobbykins 2, what if I had 5/12? Okay, and I want to subtract from that 3/15. Okay, let's figure it out. We need that least common multiple. So what would that be? Here, I know I can get a 0 out of both of these. So I can find something that ends with a 0 for both of them. Here, I know that there's a 60 in that 15. And here, I also know there's a 60 in that 12. So 15 times what equals 60? I say 4, okay? And then 12 times what equals 60? I say 5. Now, here we go. Let's do our cross multiplication. 4 times 3 is 12. And 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? And now we can do exactly what the sign says, which means to subtract. And when we do so, we find that all we have here is 13. And at the bottom, it's the common denominator. And that just gives us a nice round 60. So if we take 5/12 and we subtract from that 3/15, we'll be left with 13/60. Now this has been one heck of an introduction into this type of information. But if you have any further questions, please contact us at Jedi Learning, because this is where anyone can learn to learn. This has been working with fractions in our Pre-Algebra for Parents class, and we hope to see you all in the next section. Aisha.